Hi, this is Jody from Puppywinkle, and I have come up with a solution to a problem I've had with my pockets. If I have just a regular pocket that I glued in and I put a few things in, if there's something small in there, first of all, you can barely see it, and second of all, you can't get your fingers in there. The only way you can get in there to get it is with a pair of tweezers. And I thought, what can I do to just make my pockets a little roomier? Now, I don't need them all to be that way, but for the ones where I want to put something little in, I wanted them to be roomier. So I came up with this, and it works so well. This is a pocket. I'm going to call it with a gusset in it, because when you need a little extra room and you're sewing, you put a gusset in. So I'm going to call this a gusset. But anyway, here's the usual stuff. And then there's little things down in here. And you can pull it open, you can see them, and you can get your fingers in there to get them. Very easily. I might have missed something. I did. So what that is a little foldable piece that lets you get in there. And I'm going to do a quick video how to do it. Here's one more way I used it. I had a tiny little file folder, which I'm obsessed with. And I used the gussets to make it into a pocket itself. So these edges were open like a file folder, just like that. And so I used the same technique to give it edges, so it holds stuff. There it is. So let me show you how to do it. Oh, let's see what's in. That's always fun. All sorts of goodies, washi tape, stickers. Okay, so let's work on it. So this is what I'm going to use for my pocket. This is a strip collage that I made using drywall tape, which gives it a nice, it's heavy. It's heavy. It's nice heavy cardstock, and that makes a good pocket. And so I'm just going to kind of eyeball measure it in my book where it needs to go, right about there. I'm going to cut it. And so I'm going to cut this to measure it, to fit. And then here I have a piece of paper. I would say it's not cardstock, it's definitely paper. But probably a little thicker than your regular copy paper. And I just cut it to be the same height as my pocket, and by 3 inches. So this is 3 inches here to here, and this is just the same height as that. And so I'm going to cut that in half because I need 2 of them. So half of 3 inches is 1.5 inches. So each of these are 1.5 inches high, and then as 1.5 inches wide and as high as my pocket. And then all you do is you fold it in half, and then you just fold this down enough so you can put a strip of glue on it on both sides. So it's like a little T. And I left the pretty side out, so when you glue it in, the pretty side will be facing out. So I'll do this one the same way. You fold it in on the pretty side. So pretty side together, right sides together. another sewing term. And then you just fold each edge down. Okay, the only other thing you need is a little bottom on it to put it into the book. This is just a piece it's cardstock, but you probably could use a pretty thick paper. It's just as long as my pocket and it's less than an inch. It doesn't matter as long as it's wide enough to fold in half. As long as it's wide enough to fold in half, and then you can put a strip of glue on each side. That's all you're going to do. So you're going to put a strip of glue on this, and then put a strip of glue on your page. So it doesn't need to be any particular size. So I'm going to do that. Is that my bottom? Yeah, that's my bottom. So now you have a little flap to close your pocket. Otherwise things would fall out of the bottom. And of course, if you're just using something that's not as thick as this, you could just fold up the bottom. You could just make your pocket a little longer and fold up the bottom. But this was too thick to do that. So here's my pocket with the bottom on it. I'm going to turn it over. And then here are my sides with their little places for gluing. And here's the part that's going to kind of show on the outside when you open it up. So you want the glued edges to be lined up to the edge of your pocket, and you want the extra fold to be facing inward. So you don't want it like this or like this. You want it like that, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to run a thing of glue on the bottom on that side and put that down and line it up. And I want to make sure I can still fold this up. So I want this to be up high enough that it's not going to interfere with that. And I'm going to do the same on here. A little line of glue. Put it against the edge of the pocket and slide it up so I can fold up my bottom. And this sticks out a little bit. That's fine. I can just clip that off. It's a little bit high right there. I love that glue. It dries fast. It doesn't wrinkle. It's got a little skinny part. It's got a little fat part for if you have bigger things. I'll see if they still make it. I'll put a link to it. If they still have that, I've had that for a while. And let's see. Then we're going to put it in here. And first we're going to just paste up this edge. We're going to take the bottom and just attach it to the glue part. So I'm not attaching it to this part. I'm attaching it just to this tiny little part here. At least that's what I'm trying to do. I'm going to check that to make sure I didn't get glue where I didn't want to. Now I'm good. You can pull that away and it's not glued to this middle part. It sounds fussy, but actually once you try to do it, you'll understand exactly how easy it is. So now we just do glue, 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 and we're going to put our pocket in. So glue along here. Oops, I got it over there. Glue along here, glue along the bottom. I'm going to glue here too, and then glue up here. And we just place it in wherever we want it. And there you have it. See if it's stuck enough to show you. Yep, there it is. So the bottom part's closed because I glued that flap to the page, and the sides are beautiful. And you can put anything you want in there. Lots of room. And if it's little, you can get in there and grab it out. And I'll show you how I did the file folder, just so you see me do it again. And this is a little different. So here we have a little mini file folder that I made out of an old file folder, an actual file folder. And so it's got a little ugly part there, but that's okay because we're going to glue on a side piece that's going to cover that all up. And this is 3 by 3, which just happens to be perfect. It's high enough to cover the sides. It's high enough as to go from the bottom to the top. And it's 3 inches, which gives, if you cut it in half, that gives us the 1.5 inches, which seems to work. It's easy to fold and it gives you plenty of space. Of course, you could experiment with that. And so we're going to do the same thing with the fold. Fold it in half. Oh, we can do right sides together, right? Right sides together. Fold it in half. And then fold it down. And down. And same here. Right sides together. The first time I did it with the file folder, I thought it's not going to work. It's going to be too fat in there. But it worked. It worked. So there we have it. And they're going to go how? They're going to go like that. So flush to the edge with the ugly part inside. And then when you open it, the pretty part's on the outside. And I'm going to start on the short end first. So this one's slightly higher. And it's just a little awkward if you put the higher one in first. So I'm going to start on the shorter edge and put some glue down. And put that in and put it flush all the way up and down, and make sure you can fold up. And then I'm going to do it on this side. Same thing. Put the glue down. Make sure it's flush on the edge. And make sure I can fold it up, and I can. And then, before I glue the other side on, I've got a little unpleasantness here on the outside. And I tried using scissors, but it's so tiny and fussy that I think just a craft knife is the best idea to just trim this around. So I trim right around here and over, and I'm cutting through all I'm cutting through all layers of the paper, and then I'm just going to do it on this side. Cut right through, and I'm just following the line of the file folder. I think I'm going to do another video and show you how to make these little file folders. They're so fun. There we go. So then when you close it up, you're not seeing that ugly part, the sticking out part. So then all you do, oops, this guy's came off kilter a little bit. Heaven forbid. there. Then all you do is put your glue on the remaining strips, your remaining glue strips, the little sides. Close it up, and there you have it. There you have it. It's a file folder that you've closed in the pockets, closed in the edges, and now you have little pockets, a little pocket. Isn't that sweet? So let me know if you have any questions. You can leave me a comment. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see my next video. And thanks for watching. Bye.